Do you ever feel like no matter how hard you work, your bank account just never seems to grow? If that's you, this video is what you need to hear. Because here's the truth. You're not the problem. The system that taught you nothing about real money is. I was in your shoes once. Broke, overworked, and constantly wondering why my life wasn't moving forward. Then one small moment, one conversation, completely changed the way I looked at money forever. There was this kid, Eli, early 20s, working part-time at my local cafe. He was a smart, polite kid, always grinding. One morning, I watched him approach this older man in an expensive suit. You know the type. Fancy watch, permanent scowl. Eli asked him, "Sir, do you have any advice for someone trying to become successful?" The man didn't even look up from his coffee. "Yeah," he said. "Stop being lazy. You young people want everything handed to you." Eli tried to explain how he was working his way through school, juggling 2 jobs, saving up, but the guy just cut him off again. "Excuses," he snapped. "That's what your generation's full of." And hearing that, it hit me hard, because I used to be that kid. I remember asking for advice and being told the exact same garbage. So I walked over, looked that old guy straight in the eye, and said, "Times have changed. Working hard isn't the problem, it's working hard at the wrong things." He didn't say a word, just rolled his eyes and left. But Eli, he looked at me like someone had finally spoken his language. So I sat down with him and shared the same lessons that took me from broke and stressed to financially free. The same lessons that turned me into a millionaire in my 20s. And that's exactly what I'm going to share with you right now. When you're young, everyone tells you to just work hard. But if sheer effort alone made people rich, construction workers and nurses would all be billionaires. You don't just need effort. You need leverage. You need to sharpen your axe before you start trying to chop down trees. Sharpening your axe means learning high-income skills that people will pay you thousands for every single month. I'm talking about things like video editing, copywriting, coding, closing sales, and marketing. Real, modern skills that the internet rewards generously. My friend Marcus started editing videos when he was 16. He just practiced after school, learned everything he could from YouTube, and by the time he was 19, he was making $12,000 a month. Not because he was some kind of genius, but because he got really good at something people desperately needed. So if you're young and you keep saying, "I don't know what to do," my advice is this. Just try things. Pick one skill. Practice it until you're dangerously good. The people who win in life aren't always the smartest, the ones who sharpen their tools early. Now, let's talk about your money. Think of your money like a snowball rolling down a hill. The less you touch it, the bigger it gets. But most people can't help themselves. They move their money around, chase quick profits, or buy stuff they don't need. And that's exactly why they never get ahead. The secret is that money grows when you stop babysitting it. Warren Buffett made 99% of his massive wealth after the age of 50 because of one simple, powerful thing: compound growth. Let me break it down for you. If you invest just $250 every month into a simple S&P 500 index fund, which historically averages about a 10% return per year, you'll have over $1.5 million in 40 years. That's not magic. It's just math. And the earlier you start, the easier it gets. The key is to set up auto investing so it happens every month without you even thinking about it. And once that money is invested, pretend it's gone. Seriously. When I was younger, I moved my investments to a completely separate bank so I couldn't easily touch them. That one small habit is what made me rich. Today, those investments make me about $17,000 every week, money that works for me while I sleep. I'm not telling you that to brag. I'm telling you because it's proof that slow, consistent investing beats flashy spending every single time. But let's be real for a second. None of this matters if you're too scared to take a risk. Most people don't fail because they're lazy. They fail because they're scared. Scared to start a business. Scared to post that first video. Scared to invest their first $100. They aren't really afraid of failure. They're afraid of being judged by other people. When I was in my early 20s, I was working as a carpenter. My boss absolutely hated me. He made every single day miserable. One afternoon, I just quit on the spot with no plan whatsoever. Everyone told me I was crazy. But that risk turned into the single best decision of my life. Within just a few years, I had my own successful business. That never would have happened if I had played it safe. The truth is, when you're young, time is your greatest advantage. You can afford to mess up. You can afford to fall flat on your face. Every failure is just tuition you pay for success. You can't buy experience, you have to earn it. So stop waiting for the perfect moment. It doesn't exist. And here is something nobody ever tells you. Learning does not stop after you graduate from school. In fact, the moment most people stop learning is the exact moment they start falling behind. Knowledge compounds, just like money. Every book you read, every podcast you listen to, every conversation you have with someone smarter than you, it all stacks up over time. Think of your brain like software. If you stop updating it, it gets slow, buggy, and eventually completely irrelevant. When I started learning about crypto back in 2019, everyone laughed at me. I studied it anyway. And when that huge wave came, I was ready. Not because I was lucky, but because I stayed curious. So keep learning. I don't mean in a classroom, I mean in the real world. Study people who've already done what you want to do. Apply what you learn immediately. Don't just collect information, collect experience. Now, this next part might be the most important piece of advice in this entire video. Your circle is your ceiling. The people you spend time with will either pull you up or drag you down. It's that simple. If everyone around you complains all the time, spends every dollar they make, and never tries anything new, that negative mindset is going to rub off on you. But if you spend your time with people who are hungry, disciplined, and think big, you'll start to grow by default. A recent study found that just having wealthy friends increases your likelihood of investing by 3% and saving by 5%. Why? Because success is contagious. So, start upgrading your circle. Join online communities, attend events, find mentors, connect with people on social media. I am not saying you have to ditch your old friends, just make room for new ones who push you to be better. You don't even have to know them personally at first. Follow them. Learn from them. Listen to how they think. That's how you rewire your entire mindset for success. Look, maybe you didn't grow up with money. Maybe you didn't have parents who taught you how to build wealth. That's okay, because you can be the first. You can be the one who breaks that cycle for your family. The truth is, the world isn't getting any easier, but the opportunities, they've never been bigger. You have access to information, tools, and connections that millionaires from 20 years ago would have killed for. The only thing standing between you and financial freedom is consistency. So let me leave you with this. Stop doubting yourself. Sharpen your axe. Learn a high-income skill. Invest your money automatically. Take smart, calculated risks. Never stop learning. Surround yourself with winners. And most importantly, do not quit when it gets hard. Because the people who stay consistent, even when they don't feel motivated, those are the ones who truly change their lives. You don't need to be born rich to die rich. You just need to start. If this helped you, drop a comment below saying I'm in. Share this video with someone who needs a push. And make sure you subscribe because your future self will thank you for it. Alright, I'll see you in the next one.